Welcome to Lost in Asteria, a D&D podcast with a serious story about silly people. My name is Vilas, your DM, and I'd like to introduce you to the players of the game.
Hi, my name is Mikkel. I'm playing the character Rhesus Plus, a tiefling necromancer who's either very cheerful or dead.
Hey, my name is Morten, and I play the green but healthy-ish halfling monk named Silas Hirudo.
Hey guys, my name is Simon, and I'm playing Charles of Stonehaven, a human fighter trying his best to win his father's approval, all while trying to stop Arikas from going on a murdering rampage.
Hello, I'm Anna and play Arikas, a half-elf rogue fighting to always see the worst in people.
Hi, I'm Chung. I play Galdrick Gullibly, an exiled human cleric, refreshed with a new set of potions.
Hello guys, my name is Chris, and I play Astralan Moonshadow, the Forgotten Star Watcher.
And with that out of the way, let's jump right into the story.
What's happening, Galdrick?
There's a person who appeared from the shadows. She doesn't look nice. I think
That's not nice.
I mean, nice as in person, but I don't know. She seemed kind of intimidating, and Medusa said not some encouraging words about her.
Medusa, who is that?
The woman I was speaking to before.
No, Galdrick, not you. I'm talking to Medusa. So Arikas calls to her. Medusa, who's with us?
Well, clearly you brought Pandora.
What?
We didn't bring
The
Pandora.
curse of curses.
Wait,
Deemed to kill gods like myself.
I might-
So, evil intent must have been in your hearts for you to bring the one person who can kill me to my sanctuary.
Well, actually, I think she follows along after she bit me. But I'm not sure.
She sort of has a crush on Rhesus.
So to be clear, a
have
few
a-
words can be spoken, but we are in a combat
Oh, right,
situation,
right.
so there's limited amount of discussion that
Yeah,
are
okay.
possible. So, with this amount of words being said, Arikas, you do need to make an action.
Okay, Arikas is gonna pull out her daggers and she's gonna she's gonna briefly squeeze her eyes together and pray to something that she's not gonna be turned to stone, and then she's gonna look slightly up, hoping to not see the eyes of Medusa, but maybe what's kind of in front of her. Yes? She can do that. That's not an action. That takes literally a second.
Yeah.
Yes?
But,
Does she see? What does she see?
so, do a dexterity saving throw.
24.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
So you are able to look up enough to see the shadowy figure, but not so much to see Medusa, who is standing on a plateau of rocks, so a bit higher up. So you see a dark-figured woman, long black hair, and one of her faces, one side of the face is covered in many eyes. And she holds a small wooden box in her hand, in which her hands are chained to.
Don't hit the box.
That's what you see.
Okay. Yes. So Arikas is gonna just approach and try to swing at her.
All right. You run up next to her. That's 15 feet of movement, and you try to hit her with your dagger, I assume. Roll an attack.
20 and 10 on the other one. 2 daggers and 20 on the first one.
20 hits.
Yes.
So, you stab through her clothes, but no noise of flesh being penetrated fills the
Great.
room. However, some damage seems to be applied on the black-hooded figure. Roll damage.
7.
Alright, you do 7 damage to the woman as she smiles with you, and you can see her many eyes on the left side of her face open up as she slightly opens up the box.
I'm dead.
in
I'm
front
so
of
dead.
her.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
So she uses one of her legendary actions. Do everyone remember what legendary actions is?
No, I don't
should
know.
have
It
long
just
rested.
sounds...
Yeah, that's true.
That's what a legendary action is. Regretting that you didn't rest.
Because some of us could die very easily, right?
That's true.
He doesn't give a
He doesn't want to do this podcast anymore.
Alright, so the box opens and you see spirits and women and men and dragons and everything in between are captured into the box. But a particular woman grabs your gaze, and
Yeah.
you know who I'm speaking of.
Probably.
A Mrs. Oaksong. And you are frightened to your core. Roll a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. Okay. 11.
That is not enough. You have to beat an 18. You are paralyzed with fear
Yep.
for 1 minute, but you can repeat the saving throw at the end of your next turn. So, as you step into Pandora, you see through the box a person you recognize, and you are conquered by fear and are not able to move.
Can I say anything? No? Nothing.
Maybe. What do you want to say?
I don't know. Just...
Scream.
You can scream or say maybe a single word, but your body is paralyzed, meaning you can't really speak.
Okay.
If there's a word you would like to say, I will allow it.
I think Arcas is gonna say no.
No?
No.
No.
Not that kind of no. Just no.
A sad no. Charles, what do you do?
That's the worst kind of no.
You're looking down at your feet.
Okay. Well, I guess I noticed that Arcas is moving, so I'll move my eyes up to try and catch the mirror to see if I can see anything.
So you move up to try and, I suppose, stand next to Galdrick and look through the mirror. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I will have you make a dexterity roll for that, since you don't know where you're walking. But it's not a high DC, only an 8 or something.
9.
Okay, a 9. Good, not an issue. You have it's difficult to navigate in these dark or dimly lit halls, but you are able to follow the direction in which you have heard Galdrick's voice earlier. And you reach Galdrick and can see through the mirror as well, the panel that he holds. And in the panel, you see the shadowy figure that you saw not long ago in the halls before you. And you also see Medusa standing on the rock behind her and are moving on her way, moving down.
So if I remember, like Charles would know about the box because I believe Mark the Necromancer talked about it. And I would think that Charles thinks or believes that this have the source of her power, so he is gonna run up to the shadowy figure, Pandora, and try and grab the box.
Aren't her hands chained to it?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Are her hands chained to like
The box, yeah.
straight onto the box? So it's like, could
No,
you get
not
her
hand.
hands off it, but there's a chain like from her wrist? Like, do you see what I'm saying?
It seems like there's a lot of chain around the wrist of her hands and covering the box in a sort of chaotic sort of way.
Okay.
So, meaning, unless you cut off her hands, the box is staying there, unless you want to try to destroy the box. Or break the chains or something like that.
If I try to hold the box closed, does that count as an attack or only an action?
I will take that as an action.
Okay, then I will try and keep the box closed, like hold it down.
You take your shaking hands after the last encounter with your dad and you try to press down on the small wooden box. The second you touch the wood, you feel so extremely cold and so extremely sad, like all the lust and energy and happiness in your body is sucked away. As this box drains you, you see the veins in your hands are popping up. They are green and your skin seems more grey as you push down on the box. Roll strength.
Nat 20.
And that's Wendy. Alright. You are able to jump over to Pandora, and even though the box drains everything from you, it seems like within you, Charles, while it seems unlikely, there is a source of power hidden away from the eye.
Woo.
And you don't seem so easily drained or tapped from that power source. You are able to force the box shut. And the memory of the figure and the spirit that Erica saw moves away from her head, and she is not paralyzed anymore.
Oh, can I yell something as well?
You can.
Because if I remember correctly, light, she doesn't like light. So yell out, give us light!
I can't give you light.
Bonfire!
Oh.
You hear a loud scream as Pandora relieves her anger, and suddenly it all turns dark. The room that was dimly lit before is now totally obscure, and you can only see the hand in front of you, and hear the movements of many feet.
Well, I can't see shit, and I can't see with dark vision either.
With dark vision, you're able to see 5 feet in front of you.
Really?
Yes, there's currently nothing in front of you.
Okay, take a step forward.
Take a step forward. There's nothing in front of you.
But fuck.
Keep going.
I take a step forward.
You take a step forward and you see the back of Erica's.
Oh, I take a step diagonally to the left of her,
You do that.
and I look diagonally to my right.
And as you do so, you are met with 12 eyes staring into your soul.
Hello. I'm gonna create a bonfire on her.
You do that. You try to create a bonfire. You hear the voice of Pandora. Hello, sweetie. Nice to see you again. You create bonfire. She has to do a save.
Dexterity saving throw.
A dexterity saving throw.
Higher than 15.
Since I have the box, and she therefore cannot move because she's chained to the box. Is it a disadvantage?
Oh.
No.
Shit.
She rolls a 24 and are able to float ever so slightly over the bonfire, not taking damage currently. Rhesus.
I feel violated.
You're not violated yet.
Yes.
Medusa sees this. Oh well, she doesn't see a lot given that it's quite dark. But she is still angry and confused about the situation. She moves through the darkness. And in front of you, Rhesus, a new figure appears.
What?
One with many snakes for hair. You are looking into the darkness as she appears, and you see directly into her eyes.
Oh no.
Are you petrified? That is the question. You have to do a Constitution saving throw. DC 14.
Oh, 11.
11. If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, the creature is instantly petrified.
So I'm only slowly petrified.
So you are restrained. You feel that your body becomes heavy. As you look down on your feet, your skin turns gray as your flesh is slowly but surely morphing in to pure stone. You're restrained and you are fearful.
Can he be fearful?
Well, he's not feared in the sense of D&D, but I would imagine that he's... Well, that's a good question, actually. Are you scared?
No.
You are not scared. You are very happy.
I'm very happy for him. It's a dream come
and
true.
positive about the situation.
Rhesus and 2 godly women fighting for him.
That's true. What's not to like? Fair. So,
But actually, can Rhesus even be like petrified? I know that's not what we're talking about. Like, could he? Because if he doesn't get scared, is he immune to?
Yes, because petrified isn't actually petrified in the sense of the word. It just means that you are unable to move at all.
Okay, so what about the kind of like, what was Argus is paralyzed?
Frightened.
She's frightened.
Yeah.
So would he be immune to that?
I suppose you would be immune to being frightened.
Oh, nice.
Like, honestly, I haven't considered it, but I do see the point.
Okay.
So yeah, you are immune to being frightened, but not immune to turn into stone.
Okay.
No.
I'll do that slowly then.
All right.
With a smile on your face.
Goldrick, you're standing in the dark. The only thing you can see in front of you is Charles, suspect.
But I heard some more footsteps, right?
You heard footsteps from the right side of you and to the left side of you.
Now I'm assuming that she's kind of a undead guard, so I'm going to cast Turn Undead.
You cast Turn Undead. And there is one wisdom saving throw who has to be rolled. When
Right.
it comes here. 17.
That beats it. I will use my bonus action to conjure my spiritual weapon.
You do that. You conjure a spiritual weapon out of thin air, but it's unclear where your weapon actually turns up.
Yeah,
But it does turn up somewhere in the dark.
I could try to swing it at any direction, so it's tries to swing behind itself.
All right, roll attack.
13.
All right, does that hit you, Charles?
No.
A swing throws from behind your head as you are holding on to the box with all your strength, and you feel that it is draining you, and your skin becomes pale, and a sudden sphere steps out close to your neck as you are just able to dodge it, but see it very clearly to your right.
Oh, who was that?
Sorry. I thought it was the other thing.
I mean, if that was an enemy, what do you think you would have said?
I don't know. But I think I would be surprised, I guess.
Enil, what do you do?
I think I'm just gonna go for the hold person thing again.
All right. So, just to be clear, you are not able to see anyone because there's no light cast by Goldrick. You can't see anyone.
Okay, so I can't use hold person.
No. You can just move out until you bump into someone, and then you can use it on them.
Yeah, I'm gonna try moving then. I'm gonna go.
You move out. You move 15 feet, and you bump into Goldrick.
Okay, great. Hi, Goldrick.
Hello there.
Okay, I'm gonna use my something called a cantrip. That is guidance.
Use guidance.
I'm gonna place my hand on Goldrick and give him guidance.
You give Goldrick guidance in life.
Yes.
He has much to learn.
Do I still have movement, or is that the end of my turn?
No, you have movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna move around Goldrick after.
Which one, right or left?
Left.
You go left, and you move 5 feet further, and you stump into Ericus.
I'm just gonna stop next to Aricus.
All right, you stop next to Ericus. Next up, we have Ericus.
But I need to roll, right? Because I'm frightened.
No, I shot the box.
Oh, right. You
The
shot
box
the box.
is shut, and you are free to move.
Oh.
You do see Pandora in front of you, and to the diagonally left of you, you see Medusa and her many snakes. And you do see that, well, Rhesus is for sure not moving.
Is Medusa still looking at him?
Yeah.
Well, Aricus is still shaken from what happened, so she will probably be a bit confused about the situation, and then just grab her daggers and try to stab at Pandora, but maybe like use her elbow to try to like push Medusa a little bit away and be like, "Hey, stop that!
I do. Stop it.
Stop it!"
Stop you.
I don't know why. All right. You try to stab Pandora and try to playfully say "stop it" to Medusa.
No, she's not playful. It's like
Okay, now okay.
you see.
Yeah, no, I see clearly now. And you try to
Okay, she's gonna say focus to Medusa.
right. Okay, roll attack on Pandora.
23 and 25.
Oh, they both hit.
Awesome.
16.
16 damage. All right, you step through her cloth and feel no flesh behind her. But damage has been done to Pandora, and she is angry.
Okay.
And
did
at this, yeah,
did Medusa react, or is she just like stone cold?
Medusa clearly see that you try to push her away from Rhesus as to protect him, so she see that as a clear attack.
But I also told her to focus.
On
Like,
what?
snap out of it, lady.
That's fair, but she rolled a 1.
Okay, well, that's awesome. We're dead. I'm sorry.
Charles, it's you.
Well, can I see anything? Can I see?
You can see Pandora and Ericus to your left, and you can see Enil and Goldrick behind you, but you cannot see Rhesus or Medusa.
But I can hear what you said.
Yes, for
right?
sure.
Yeah. Okay. So I will assume that Medusa is close. So I'm gonna yell out. Medusa, you might not trust us, but let's kill this B word first.
No. Say that again. Say it right this time.
I am...
Arca says that real life.
Oh, shit. Am I allowed to say that? Why I'm looking at Vilas? Am I allowed to say
Yes.
that? Oh, shit. Okay. Medusa, you might not trust us, but let's kill this bitch first.
All right. Roll charisma.
That one.
Oh no.
So,
She's very offended.
She is offended.
so she misheard what you're saying, and her answer is, "So you call me a bitch now, huh?" Well, I cannot promise that your death will be quick.
And I'm gonna keep the box closed.
You feel that there's a strange sensation coming from the box. While it has been draining your body, and you see now that your hands and arms are thin, and you can start to see your bones.
Oof.
You feel a sharp pain as more energy pulls through your body. You have to make a wisdom saving throw.
10.
You fail. And you take 6 damage. Ooh, yeah, shut up. Shut up. I rolled 3d10 and I rolled 6. God damn it. So you are able to resist the draining necrotic evil power that surges from the box, and you escape with very little damage to her body. But now it is Pandora's turn. That was only her legendary action. And while she cannot use her box, she has other means. Pandora opens her jaw and clicks it out of place. While she is not only equipped with many eyes, you see that she has many teeth as well. Not just in the edge of her mouth, but also all the way down her throat.
Oh.
So she grabs a hold around your head and tries to bite down on you, Charles.
What?
Well, you're not exclusive, Reese's.
25.
Yes, oh, I'm down. Just by the number of...
You take 29 piercing damage.
I'm down.
You feel many sharp needles penetrating your neck, your head, your eyes, ears, mouth and nose as everything becomes quite black and you pass out.
Does he fall down, or is she like holding on to him?
Right now she's holding on to him. His body is limp, but has not fallen. Reese's, what do you do?
While he's slowly turning to stone, I think, hopefully, what he hopes that he can stop it by casting blindness on Medusa.
Ooh, turning the tables.
Well, she's probably going
not
to
really.
see us as enemies now.
But she's turning me to stone. She has to make a Constitution saving throw of 15.
A 15. Let's see what happens.
Woo!
7.
But I feel like I know it's a spell and it could be really like cool, but it could also just be fun to poke her in the eyes.
That's a lot of eyes you have to poke.
No, I'm doing it on Medusa. She only has 2 eyes, right?
Well,
oh, the
yes,
snakes.
snakes.
Okay, then we just do some magic shit.
Okay.
Well, if she wasn't seeing us as enemies before, she's definitely now.
Yeah, we've got no chance.
So, you cast blindness, and not just the eyes in her head, but the many eyes in her hair as well, suddenly becomes very pale and extremely white. You can't see any pupils anymore, and you see visual confusion on Medusa's head. However, it does not stop the petrifying ritual. Fuck. I will give you advantage on your roll, because you need to do another saving throw. And as a reminder...
Constitution, right? Oh, I roll a 15 and a 5.
15 is sufficient, DC 14. So, your stony feet slowly turn back into its regular self.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it works! I fixed it, guys!
And Medusa is screaming and angry, scared, hiding her face. But you are not turning into stone currently.
So she's blinded for 1 minute, but at the end of each of her turns, she can make a Constitution saving throw too.
All right.
And then
Medusa runs back. Do you attack her?
no.
Pandora does.
So she lets go of Charles.
She lets go of Charles and your body falls to the floor as she grabs out and are able to scratch Medusa with her hands and do a significant amount of damage on her as you hear the splatter of blood. But she runs further out of sight into the darkness and she can roll what you said?
Constitution saving throw again.
A Constitution saving throw. 22.
Ah, that works. So she's not blind anymore.
She's not blinded anymore outside in the darkness. Galdrick, what do you do?
Since I heard, I think Charles fell to the ground, so I'm trying to touch towards the ground and see if I can feel.
But you're within
Charles.
5 feet of him.
You're within 5 feet, so you can do that.
Right, so I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on him as a 3rd level spell, and that would be 3d8 plus 4.
I thought you said freaky 8.
I also thought you said freaky 8.
20 health.
Okay.
Charles regained 20 health and are conscious once more. Is that your turn, Galdrick?
No, I have my spiritual weapon move
Where?
backwards 5 feet to start with. Does it collide with anything?
All right, it collides with something.
Then it tries to hit that.
Okay, roll attack.
24.
24, it hits a stone column.
Right.
You hear the
Fuck that column.
the distinct sound of iron on stone.
Oh.
All right.
Well, that's my turn.
Enil, what do you do?
Okay, so what can I see?
You can see Ericus in front of you, Galdrick to the right, and Rhesus to the diagonally left, and Charles to the diagonally right.
Okay. But can I move into the... Can I move, like, take one step forward so I can get closer to Pandora, or are people blocking it?
So you're quite large, but you can roll a dexterity roll to see if you can nimble your way in between.
Okay. 8.
8. 8 is not sufficient. You move ahead trying to get closer to Pandora, but you trip and fall.
Oh, no.
And unfortunately, Ericus falls with you. So you fall on the floor. And now you are able to see Pandora indeed, or at least her floating feet.
Oh, great. Okay, I've got a blanket and I'm just going to try and throw it at her.
Oh, that's good. Like, so she can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll dexterity again.
4.
4. You throw the blanket at Rhesus.
What?
Sorry,
Rhesus, you
guys.
can. It was dark. It was dark before, but now you can't even see 5 feet in front of you. As Ericus and Enil are laying on the floor, and Rhesus is covered in a blanket.
Thank you for having me.
Great. Last fucking time.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Ericus, you're laying on the floor. What do you do?
Yes. Where is Pandora?
Right in front of you.
Okay.
Well,
How
slightly
far up would you say?
not that far up. You can reach her feet for sure. But not further than that because she's floating ever so slightly.
Okay. Then Aricus is, well, she's just still gonna try and stab at her. Yeah.
All right. Roll step.
Yes, at 20
Hits.
and 7.
Doesn't hit.
No, that's 18 damage.
You do.
No, sorry.
Oh.
22.
You do 22 damage, and you feel that Pandora is heavily damaged. And you feel a buzzing in the air. There's a noise, the thing that moves around. And from the box, one of the many plagues has been unleashed. A swarm of insects.
Okay. And then Aricus will also say, obviously blindly into the air because she can't see Medusa, but she will say, Medusa, we're here to help you. You gotta snap out of it. We're not here to hurt you.
Roll persuasion.
12.
How many times I've heard those words and they still taste bitter.
Can I stand up? Or
Yes,
is that-
you can stand
cool.
up.
Then
That's
I'd
half
like
your
to
movement.
do that.
You do that. Charles, you are covered head to toe in the swarm of insects covering a 20-foot radius sphere. You actually just take damage immediately from standing in the area. You take 18 damage.
What kind of damage?
It doesn't say, so let's say it's slashing damage.
Then I'm gonna take 3 of those. So only 15.
You remove 3 damage and you take 15 damage from the swarms of insects.
Yeah.
Swarm of insects. What do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna... You said my hands were pretty damaged.
Yes.
Does that make me weaker, or...
Maybe.
Maybe you haven't decided yet? Or
Well, I
maybe
have
you haven't
decided
decided,
yet.
but you haven't told me. Okay.
Your hands feel weaker, but it doesn't. It's difficult to say how much weaker.
Okay. I can still see her, right?
Yes.
Since I haven't moved.
That's true.
So I'm gonna stand up, and I'm gonna use a rope to try and close the box again.
All right. You use your rope, binding it around the chest. Roll strength with disadvantage.
No need, less than that one.
The rope snaps. As the box is opened, you bend it down ever so slightly, and when the rope snaps, it moves up even further, and you can see directly into the box. And it's frightful. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
24.
So, with a 24, in the box you see the hand of your father stabbing a sword through your stomach. But you remain calm in your head, and you are not frightened from this encounter.
Do I take damage?
No, it's Pandora's turn, and she moves out into the shadows away from you. You hear movement. You hear rumbling and cloth being thrown around, but no distinct sound.
Just eating. Don't
No,
worry.
no. Oh yeah, that's just Enel throwing blankets. No. You hear movement and battle, but you hear no sounds of pain. Rhesus, what do you do?
I take the blanket off.
Take the blanket off, and you can now see 5 feet in front of you again.
Can I see any enemies?
No.
What about the swarm?
Oh yeah, you can see the swarm. That's true. You
Oh.
have to take some damage.
Oh, sorry.
That's true. No, I forgot about that.
Like always.
The swarm of insects damage you and rips through your clothes and skin. You take 24 damage.
Fuck.
Are you lying down?
No. But I'm very close. Well, Reese is gonna try and walk out of it. So he's gonna go forwards.
You go forward through the darkness, surrounded by the buzzing of insects, one step at a time away from your friends. And as you do collide with something. The first thing you see in front of you is Medusa. The second thing you see to your right is Pandora.
Oh no, not this again.
You are sandwiched in between, but out of the...
Don't say sandwich. Just say next to.
You are next to the 2 people. You're out of the insect area. What do you do?
So, okay, but are they just standing there?
You
or-
see that they are clearly fighting. Pandora trying to reach the neck of Medusa, but Medusa, having regained her sight, are able to move swiftly and dodge the bites.
Okay. Can I bonfire her ass?
You can.
So Pandora's.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. You can also do that.
Or are they both in the same spot so I can?
Bonfire them both. No, not.
Okay. I'm gonna do it on Pandora
All right. You create a bonfire.
and try not to get eye contact with Medusa.
Or okay, fair enough. So she has to roll a
Constitution save.
a nat 1. She will take double damage as the fire burns through her,
Thank God.
and
the
a
strongest spell.
distinct scream fills the dark room.
So 16 damage.
As she screams from her burning body, The only thing that's louder than the scream is the laughter from Pandora as well.
What?
The darkness disappear, and so does Pandora. You are out of combat.
Are we?
You are.
Oh, Medusa's not trying to kill us. All right.
But hey, bonfire.
Bonfire, indeed.
And so, okay, Pandora just disappeared, right? Is there anything with Rhesus's neck or...
Well, you do feel sort of a pulsation in your neck, but nothing too serious at this moment.
Okay. So it's not gone?
No. Medusa falls to the ground, damaged from the battle, trying to catch her breath. She yells, "Stay back!"
Okay. Don't turn me to stone, please.
Please leave this temple.
I cast healing words on her.
She used counterspell
What? Come on.
and counters your healing. I do not need your help. You have done plenty. Would you now be so kind, if that is truly what you are, to leave me at peace?
Shit, she got us there.
Look, okay. We will, but we are here to warn you. And there are people coming. And Cassandra told us that you need to move your lovely home here because they're
Mocking me as well, are you?
What?
Am I not already laying on the floor?
Sorry.
Have I not suffered enough?
Look, yes, you have, but I'm sorry, but it's becoming a little bit of a pity party, and I feel so bad for you, but sorry, we are here to help. We're here to tell you need to move your home because there are bad people coming, and they're gonna keep coming, and they know where this is. Okay?
Roll persuasion.
Fucking 12. I have +9 in persuasion.
Bad people coming. Well, that I do believe. And I might be looking at them right now.
We really just wanted to help. It's really just an accident.
You only came here to help
Well,
me.
no, okay, look. Full disclosure, we also came to get some information. Of course, we don't know you, so, yeah. But we are also here to help. We're not here to kill you. Even though you just tried to turn Rhesus here to stone, we're still trying to help you. So maybe just take the
how
healing,
kind a
take
soul
the
you
potion.
have.
Well, I'm not saying I have a kind soul. I don't necessarily. Apparently, Santa doesn't think I have a nice soul. So that's not the point. The point is, it's help. It's like objective help, whether we're nice people or not. We're trying to help, and we're trying to get some information in return, sure. But, obviously, we're not gonna force you to give it.
Well, then what do you wish of me?
That you move.
Well, I heard you might want some information.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Do you know more locations of the stick, the artifact?
A popular topic indeed. Right. I do remember when Asteria and Leto hit the parts of the stick. One of them is in the Red Mountains. At the highest mountain and in the deepest volcan, through the lava you'll find a piece of the stick. One part is underground in Havenspire, beneath the sewers, a temple of Asteria. You also find one in the desolate plains in the temple of Mark the Necromancer, if he still have it. Then you must go to the Riverlands, because in the deepest river, if you have the ability to swim that far, you will find another piece as well. And, if you do dare, the Drifting Isles, where the elves reign supreme. The last piece of the stick you'll find.
Thank you.
Now,
Also, do you know how to break the curse from the Maze Keepers?
Rowena, I do not think it's in anyone's best interest.
How come, if I may ask?
Rowena is a pestilence, a sickness of this land. If you do wish to break the curse, you can kill Asteria if you want. I do not care anymore.
Okay. Is there anything we can do for you? Are you
Before we're leaving.
You hungry, or are you want some decor. Like, I'm guessing you don't get out much. I don't know.
There was one thing that I asked for in the beginning, and that is to be left alone.
Okay.
And I feel I have earned that at least.
Yes, of
Yes.
course.
But there are a lot of people coming.
And I'll take precautions to deal with them, or move if I deem that necessary.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, I hope to see you again alive, and hopefully in the future.
Yes.
Is that a threat?
Perhaps we will meet again.
Under better circumstances, probably. Hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
Okay.
We're gonna walk away.
And I will leave this here, and I place a potion as a gratitude for.
Well, if it's so slow, then she's gonna forget we're there. Then we interfere.
I'm not saying you have to drink it, but it's at least a gift for some damage we've done.
Thank you.
And Goldrick is the first one to go out.
Yeah. There's not like some cool back exit to this dungeon or anything.
Goldrick is still walking. As you ask question.
No, same way out.
Fine.
We have to fight the golems again.
No, they're gone.
Okay.
Great, thank you. Is my arms still weak or?
You look down on your arms. They are thin. They are gray. You see your veins very clear. Your skin almost transparent. And you seem weak and drained. Your fingers are bony. And there's not much strength left in your arms. At least for now.
Is it like his entire arm, or is it more like chicken feet?
It's not like chicken feet. So it's not the entire arm. It's like from the elbow and through.
That's definitely like chicken feet. Because they have,
Yeah, but it's gradually. It's not like a sharp change.
So I want to try something. I want to take the stick out
Right.
and rub it on the arm.
Okay. You try to rub the stick on the arm. And as you do, some of its magic, some of the light is transferred to your hands and arms. They seem better. They seem a bit more robust, a bit stronger. But the effect fades away shortly after.
Charles, do you want to try a potion?
Yeah, sure.
But I mean,
I went quite far, so.
No. I mean, Arcus is going to give him a potion of greater healing.
But it's probably a curse like my neck, so, I mean...
Yeah, but maybe it'll give you like a temporary... I don't know, it just looks kind of sad.
Yeah, I agree.
Sorry.
I agree. It looks weird.
Yeah, looks like chicken feet.
I'm gonna drink the potion, I guess.
You drink the potion, and while you do regain health, your hands and your arms seems unchanged. You are outside of the temple, and you have successfully regained the information that you sought after. You know the whereabouts of the artifact, and you at least have one method of bringing down the curse that Rowena and the Macekeeper's Guild are under. Enil, you are standing outside with this group. You have learned much. You realized some of your memory, at least. Your attachment to Astroland, Rhesus, and the strange factory in which you have both been inside. You have gained the information that Rowena sought after, even though it might not have been the answer that she was looking for. What do you do?
I think Ina will definitely by now have realized that Rowena had no way of helping her regain her memory, that she definitely wasn't like looking out for her best interest, so she's not going to return to the Maze Keepers with her information. I think she's going to try and return to her homelands, where Astrolan also came from, and see if she can find out something about her past.
All right. So you travel towards the deep south of Asteria in the mountains, where you and Astroland grew up.
So this is where we part.
Yeah, well,
She just left.
She didn't like us.
No, what's she gonna do? She's gonna...
You can say goodbye, just to be clear.
I can't say goodbye, and I've got
She doesn't want to.
some of my staff of healing. Still got some charges for that, so I'd probably want to use that on people.
Doesn't that also clear a curse or?
There's a lesser restoration option, that's true.
Yeah, but that doesn't heal, but that removes curses and diseases.
But I have a curse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm gonna fix the chicken feet.
It's not chicken feet.
It's definitely
It
not
is
pig.
now.
You try to use lesser restoration on Charles's arm. And it seems to have helped ever so slightly. Your skin is not as grey, but still heavily damaged.
Do it again.
It's ever so slightly better. But still, it's a grim sight.
Thanks for trying.
You're welcome. I wish I had anything cool to give you, but the blanket was all I had, and I threw it at someone. So
It was a cool blanket.
thank you.
Thank you for the help. We probably wouldn't have found our way through the cave without you.
Oh well, you're welcome. It was a pleasure to meet you, and I'm really happy that I found out where I came from and that I have something to go on now that I'm trying to recover my memory.
And there you part in the desert as Enil travels south, and the rest of you travel back to Sandalia.
Well, you don't know that.
And the rest of you travel into the desert to a mysterious place that I do not know of. Hey, sorry for interrupting. I just wanted to mention that you can check out our Instagram page for behind-the-scene content and a lot of other goofy D&D stuff. But yeah, let's get back into the story. You stand outside of Medusa's lair. Enil has left you and gone on her own adventure. You are looking for the factory by the company of Harmony Haven, where Rhesus, as you are aware, have allegedly lost his emotions, except his happy smile. You have some vague instructions on how to find it. You have been told to go east from Sandalia. And if you walk far enough, you should see a rather large building with a tall white tower in which the initial HH is in front of the building. That you have been told. What's your plan?
Sleep.
Sleep.
But we're in the middle of this.
But I'm not feeling too well.
Well, it is the evening, so you would expect that it's getting dark quite soon.
We can set up a camp.
Do we have anything to set up a camp?
You have...
We have tents from when we went to the north.
That's true.
All right.
And a key that unlocks everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, but it is true that you have all your camping equipment from that you bought to prepare yourself to traveling in the northern region and the cold mountains. You have that, and all your warm clothes. It is possible to set up a camp for sure.
I mean, deserts do get cold at night, so it's not.
They
Yeah,
get
they
very
do.
cold.
Very cold. I think we should set up a camp then.
Yeah, agreed.
But we're standing at the entrance. Could we just go a bit inside?
I think Medusa wants us out, so I think we should move.
I mean, if we're just standing at the opening. Of
Or
the
you
gate.
could sleep inside, Goldrich.
And see how that goes.
I think we should walk away from because I'm a bit scared that she'll.
It's not normally, at least, that you are sent away, and then if you just sleep in their house without without telling them.
What if you sleep in their shed?
I feel
Is
like
that
that's,
okay?
I want to say no, but I don't know. I don't have a shed, so I don't know how people with sheds feel about that.
I will say that this is the last time I'm inviting Trung to my house. If I cannot be sure that when he leaves, he
At least you have to take your shit every time. Every time you leave.
You'll never know.
All right, so you decide to set up a camp. Can everyone give me a survival check?
Natural one.
Natural 1. All right.
6.
10.
6. That's
15.
Okay.
3.
3. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh,
No
so,
one survives. That's the end of the podcast. Whee!
So I think the point would be that you don't have a lot of camping experience, and the tents that you try to put up are not they're put up rather ill, so they don't keep the heat very well during the night. Even though they're made for harsh and cold weather, when there are large gaps and when it's not put down into the sand, which could also be a challenge, setting a tent up in a sand area.
All of our tents are shit.
They are all of very poor quality.
I mean, Charles is good at it. Can he just fix our tents? Like when you go to a festival and you're shit at putting up a tent, you just ask someone who's good at it.
Yeah.
So can we just have Charles roll 5 times?
Because when you are preparing your tents, you lost some of the
Picks.
Yes, exactly. To actually set the tent up properly into the sand. They were lost in the sand. And therefore, all your tents are in a poor condition now. Except Charles's, that's fine.
But why don't we just put up one decent tent?
Well, that you have. Simon has one decent tent put up. And then we have...
Okay. And then the rest are bad. So what if you take like one of those and the... What did you call them?
Picks.
The pegs from the others, and then put another one up nicely, and then people can just
True that.
share tents.
So we just.
I have never been more sure that none of us has ever been camping.
Yeah,
What?
But you can take, material from one tent and another, then you have a full tent. So we can do like 3 decent tents.
That does sound dumb, but
No, it makes sense.
You can make 3 decent tents and then you just have
And then 2 shit tents, but then you can sleep 2 people in a decent tent.
yeah.
I'm all good. I'll just sleep in Charles's tent.
All right. Erica, roll another survival check to see how well your plan turns out.
11.
Okay, honestly, not too bad. You are successful in putting up 2 extra decent tents.
I roll a 10.
Yes.
That's one less.
That's the threshold.
It happened that was the exact threshold to put up a good tent.
Wow.
That's quite a lot.
Feel targeted.
Get math.
All right. So you have 3 decent tents, and you should be able to group up finally. And you decide to sleep throughout the night, I assume.
Oh, we are not doing the Baldur's Gate meeting in the night, where everyone gets to have a chance to describe their character arcs.
What?
And fulfill their lore or add to their lore.
No,
okay.
We are not.
But I can make a campfire.
We don't. That's true. You can. All right. So the desert night is starting to appear, and it becomes increasingly cold. Do you make a bonfire?
Yeah, but it only lasts for a minute or something.
A minute?
Just
No, an
make
hour,
another.
I think you
Was
said
it an
last
hour?
time.
I make up stuff, so.
I could do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you could maybe make an actual bonfire.
Can you do that?
I have sticks.
Yeah,
You do have
that's true.
sticks.
Gold have like 1 billion sticks, so you should be good.
Sweet.
But I don't know, is Goldrick willing to set them on real actual fire?
I think so. He's a helpful guy.
That is true.
All right.
And then we've also seen sticks being thrown, and he didn't collect all of them up, so.
Yeah.
You decide to make an actual bonfire with some of Goldrick's many sticks. However, I would like to ask Astroland if you can make a perception check for me.
He can look at the stars.
23.
23! You look up and you see a magnificent night sky filled up with many, many, many stars. While you, of course, used to looking at the stars, it's not that often that you get such a clear picture. You are far away from many light sources and the stars are very clear. And you see that they twinkle a bit. You see some movement in the stars. Even when you try to squint, you are almost 100% sure that the stars are actually moving. And you see the very common zodiac signs that you know well are changing their form.
What?
Yes. They are shaping into an orb, as a sphere. And in this orb, you see your own name is getting spelled.
Astro.
Yes. And it says, Astro, go to Sarkos.
Sarkos.
It's even calling him by a nickname.
Yeah.
It's personal.
Because it's so long, so you won't have to spell everything.
Yeah,
That's
true.
not it's just very practical,
Yeah.
okay? And also, like, Astro and the stars are super close.
Yeah.
So they've known each other for a long time.
Are you sending him to Australia again?
Not this time.
Who was it I should remember?
So
go to.
it's a location called Sarkos
Sarkos.
that the stars are telling you to go to, so to speak.
Now?
Well, it doesn't mention that.
Okay.
Gets up and
Are
leaves.
the other guys awake?
I think if everyone decided to sleep, none of the people would be awake at this hour.
Arcus is not sleeping.
Arcus
think.
is then not sleeping, yes.
I think I'm sleeping.
Yeah,
Goldrick is
Goldrick,
sleeping.
Goldrick is sleeping.
Why did we make a bonfire if no one's gonna use it?
Well, you're using it, right?
And I'm using
Yeah,
it because I'm looking at stars. Can you see? Can she see the stars as well? Or the
Well, you haven't noticed
Okay.
the movement.
Ericus, look, it tells me to go somewhere. Starkos.
All right. Can I see it? If she looks up.
No. Okay, no, sorry. Roll perception. I just thought it so unlikely that I wanted to say no, but maybe you do a 20 and then you see it all.
I did a nat 20.
You did?
Damn.
God damn it. Well, I'll have to eat my words then. You look up at the night sky and you also see the stars are changing,
Yeah.
which is not a common sight. And the same message appears inside this circle, this orb.
Astro.
Astro. My good friend Astro. Go to Sarkos.
Dearest Astro.
Do we know where that is? Sarkos, have we heard about it before?
No. It doesn't pop into your mind. It's not a large city in a well-known land region of Asteria. So for you, it's unknown. I will allow you to do a history check.
All right. 5.
Yes, Sarkos is not a name that you have heard before.
No. Okay.
I did a natural 20. You want to see it? you can see it in the D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you have heard of Sarkos. You have read it, of course. You are a well-read academic when it comes to the zodiac signs. And you have heard of this place, Sarkos, being mentioned with various alterations to the name, but almost always the same in many of the books. And it's a place that is said to hold great power when it comes to understanding constellations. It is actually said that in Sarkos is a very specific orb, an orb of the stars that are able to move and change the stars as you please. It is the ultimate star power, so to say, because when you change the stars, you also change a lot of the way people view the world and use the world. You probably know that when it comes to navigating the seas, the stars are very helpful. And they hold great power, as you know. You study the stars to see the future, so controlling the stars have in some way been interpreted in many texts to be able to control the future. At least many people who study the stars believe this to be the power that this orb holds.
Very nice.
And you have yourself tried to look into stars and are bitten by the power it possesses. So now the stars are telling you very clearly to go to this place, even though you don't know where it is.
And we're trying to find it tomorrow when we wake up the other guys.
Astro, we haven't by accident done any drugs, right? This is really weird. Just want to check with you. Do you think
It might be because we are so low on HP, hit points, and then
But I'm
we are
fine.
dehydrated. Oh,
Well, I guess. I mean, I did see some stuff. I think. Look, it's probably gonna be gone tomorrow. I don't want to think about this anymore.
I think Eileen would understand me if she was here.
Well, yeah. Sucks for you then,
Yeah.
cause she left
Yeah.
again.
Hashtag no happy endings.
All right. And with that note, you go to sleep. Everyone can do a long rest. Woo!
Nice. I actually have a nice spell we should try one time. Because somehow I leveled up while I was sleeping.
Oh, yeah. For shit. So, you wake up in the desert. Despite your poor camping skills, the tents have held up and kept you somewhat warm during the night. Definitely sufficient for you to get all a long rest.
I mean, the tents aren't the only thing. Like, we have probably like sleeping bags and stuff. And if you have really good sleeping bags,
Yeah, okay, your sleeping bags are not that good.
well, you don't know that.
Well, I do happen to know that your sleeping bags are shit.
Oh,
But your tents are amazing.
okay.
So. No, it is true. Of course, you have other stuff than just the tents. And maybe the biggest scare of having open tents is the fear that scorpions might slither into your sleeping bags during the night. Which luckily didn't happen, because I didn't roll that high. So, you're good. You wake up in the heat of the desert. No cold is left from the night, and it is extremely hot as you set out to find the factory of Harmony Haven. So, you're walking for roughly an hour or two. There's no real clear sign of any building, definitely no white tower. However, in the distance you see a small tent, not so different from the ones that you have been using this night.
Did someone steal our tent?
No, as far as you've seen, all your tents, good and bad, are still with you. But it's roughly 200 feet ahead this tent is standing.
Oh, guys, I forget to tell you something about last night. Ericas and I saw my name written in the stars.
I don't want to talk. It was very weird.
Yeah, and we have to go to somewhere called Sarkos.
What's that?
That's something for me and Ericas.
Oh.
I don't want to be a part of this. What I think happened is maybe we know Astro to be like he was, he was spying on us in the beginning of all this. And now I think he also maybe drugged me last night. I don't know. It was very weird because no.
I think I lost all my drugs while I was in prison. How should I get those?
How unfortunate.
I walk up with a hand trainer in each hand, just pumping away. Have you lost your drugs, Astro? What? How are you then?
What happened to your hands, Charles? They look like chicken feet.
Chicken feet, Charles.
That's why I use these hand trainers.
Where did you get them?
You don't have hand trainers.
No. Look at my hands.
You could use some hand trainers.
Should we check on that tent?
Is it a cold tent like the ones we have, or is it just like a desert tent?
It's very similar to the ones you actually have.
Okay, let's check it out.
You move closer to the tent. It's fairly large, a bit larger than the ones you have. And as you look inside, a familiar face pops up. Oh, what? You guys! It's me, Grit!
Oh, no.
Thank you so much for listening to Lost in Hysteria. I will be back in 2 weeks with a new episode. And if you enjoyed the music, please go check out Tabletop RPG music on Patreon, where a guy named Ian composes amazing music for your own tabletop role-playing games. And all music from this podcast is produced by him and his team. So go check it out, and we'll be back in 2 weeks.